Yeah.
Hey there, everybody. How's it going?
Hi.
It's a busy day, a busy rainy day in
I know.
California. We don't have good weather, unfortunately. I brought the cold. But let's talk about sports today. We have
Yeah.
3 sports on the list and at least 3 kids running around. Let's talk about NBA first. Only 3 games on the schedule, as one of the games I believe is postponed due to COVID
I'm the
protocols going
Wolverine
on.
fan too.
And so you've got 3 games here. I just updated the injury report for those who received the email earlier today that updated the health numbers. So this is the correct amount right here. Likes Golden State. Again, they did manage to pull off a win last night. Suns are hurting a little bit injury-wise against Portland. But the opposite is true with Brooklyn against Toronto. However, the line is really bad. So sort of a tough day NBA-wise. Golden State at the top of the list is there. And that's about the most secure pick that the algorithm is pointing at because of the injuries on the Suns and the bad line in the Brooklyn game. As for yesterday, our results were okay. I think 2 of the 3 games I mentioned hit, like Golden State wins but doesn't cover. Cleveland and Memphis down here. As we talked about the Cleveland game being strong against Miami, that was a win. But Milwaukee does not win against the Celtics. It's interesting, I wonder if somebody got hurt because I thought Milwaukee's injuries were not as bad yesterday when we looked at that. So maybe that's what happened in that game. Not sure. All right, so that is basketball for NBA. Let's talk about college basketball. Yesterday first. Yesterday's games was nice to see Princeton win and cover. That was one of the picks we talked about in the video. Boston College loses here at this ridiculous line to Albany. That's crazy as a home game. Our underdogs, once again, are away underdogs going 0-2 and only one of them covering. I mean, why ever bet on an away team? You know, I mean, just look at our home teams, right? Home teams end up going 3-2, and you have this crazy loss at the top, but the other loss is Chicago State with almost no margin down at the bottom. So, that's the way college basketball is. Let's talk about today. So today there are 38 games I saw on the schedule. Yeah, 38 games. So given what we just mentioned, I'll show our underdogs. And there are actually 2 home underdogs. Wow. All right, so we have 2 home underdogs today. Texas Rio Grande Valley and Yale against Monmouth. Texas Rio Grande Valley against Texas Southern. This has a higher margin. Their strength of schedule is a little negative, so that's not great. But Yale's strength of schedule is good. So that's 2 home underdogs. The away underdogs, which we have a ton of trouble with, maybe you consider taking Davis and Georgia State because you got some injuries on Oregon State and Mississippi State. So that plus 340 looks kind of interesting, actually. But make your own decisions. Let's talk about home teams, where we like to focus. Any good lines when the margin is above 20% here? Any of these home teams are probably good picks. That's all these guys right here. Is there anything that looks great? Not really, but a lot of these on a parlay, they see these are reasonable lines, this reasonable line. Something like that on a parlay probably wins. It wins so frequently. Yesterday, of course, it wouldn't have won, actually, because the top game lost, but it was a really short slate on yesterday's games. So that's a quick college basketball update, and now let's talk about hockey. There are 10 games on the schedule. I think only 1 game is postponed due to COVID. That's the Calgary game. Calgary is the one that has some players with trouble. Pittsburgh, the number 1 pick of the day right here, against Montreal. Number 2 pick of the day, Winnipeg over Buffalo, with Aaron Dell probably in that. And like San Jose over the Kraken, doesn't like a bagel. There are some underdogs on here that I thought were of note.
Yeah, I'm here back and back, guys.
Exactly. Ottawa and Florida. Here, because Ottawa's playing better and Florida's kind of stagnant, it actually makes this game almost a pick'em game, and Ottawa's plus 240. So Ottawa plus 1.5 in this bad goaltending matchup game, because Spencer Knight's probably going, is an interesting play. Is there anything else that were big underdog lines? Look at this. Vegas over Boston is an underdog line. It's underdog line, and it's the 6th pick of the day. That's not bad. Anything else? Like St. Louis with Ville Husso over Holtby. I saw that Dallas has released Hudobin. That's probably because Ottinger, as a goaltender for Dallas, is playing so well that they got rid of Hudobin. I understand that. Rangers and Colorado. Wow, has the Rangers favored over Colorado at a plus 166 line. Both of these teams playing really well. I expect that to be a dogfight game, actually. That's interesting. That's a good line for the Rangers in that game, especially with Shesterkin going. As you can see, if it's Kemper, Shesterkin actually might win that battle. That's a really good line for the Rangers. I think Toronto's a favorite, and then likes Vancouver heavily over Columbus right now. Interesting. All right. Well, that is the update for today. Good luck, everybody. Oh, yeah, we could talk about football. We lost the football game yesterday. I didn't open up the file. We hit Arizona's points exactly on the nose with 23, but I don't know what happened at the beginning of the second half. There was an interception by Kyler Murray that really flipped that game and made it a 2-touchdown game in favor of the Rams, and the Cardinals just never recovered. So the under didn't hit, and Arizona lost. So it was a loss on Monday night, but whatever. It happens. So, all right, good luck, everyone, on your Tuesday here, and may all your picks be winning.